The K&N 63-3088 air intake system is guaranteed to increase horsepower on the 2015 Chevrolet Colorado and GMC Canyon with a 3.6-liter V6 engine. It uses a custom rotomolded intake tube with an aluminum heat shield designed to help isolate the intake air from engine heat. It features an original K&N washable high-flow air filter and comes with a K&N 10-year million-mile limited warranty. Check KNfilters.com for a complete and up-to-date list of models this air intake fits. K&N also makes intake systems for this specific vehicle with a polished mandrel bent aluminum air intake tube or as a Black Hawk induction air intake system. With the 63-3088 intake installed on a 2015 Chevrolet Colorado with the 3.6-liter V6 engine, K&N power testing showed an estimated power gain of 19.41 horsepower and 27.72 pound-feet of torque at 3,551 RPM. Actual results will vary depending on the condition of the vehicle, mileage, weather, and other variables. You can really see and hear the difference the K&N air intake system will make to your truck. This intake comes with all components needed for an easy installation, along with detailed installation instructions. The tools needed are shown. Start by turning off the ignition and disconnecting the negative battery cable. Disconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection. Disconnect the crankcase vent hose from the intake plenum and then disconnect it from the fitting on the valve cover. Loosen the hose clamp that secures the intake tube to the air filter housing. Remove the oil cap. Loosen the two bolts that secure the rear of the intake plenum and remove the two forward bolts that secure the plenum. Lift up and remove the intake plenum from the engine. Reinstall the engine oil cap. Remove the two nuts that secure the air filter housing to the inner fender and lift up the housing to remove it from the vehicle. Install the provided edge trim onto the heat shield. Install the provided filter adapter and secure with the provided hardware. Install the provided heat shield mounting brackets onto the heat shield using the provided hardware, with spacers between the heat shield and brackets. Remove the nut that secures the front of the coolant reservoir. Install the heat shield so that the brackets set onto the coolant reservoir stud and the air filter housing mounting stud. Then secure the heat shield with the factory mounting nuts removed earlier. Install the provided hump coupler onto the filter adapter and secure it with the provided hose clamp. Install the provided step coupler onto the throttle body and secure it with the provided hose clamp. Install the provided gasket onto the K&N mass air sensor adapter. Remove the mass air sensor from the factory air filter housing. Install the mass air sensor assembly into the K&N intake tube and secure with the provided hardware. Install the factory mass air sensor into the K&N adapter assembly and secure with the provided hardware. Install the provided 90-degree vent fitting into the K&N intake tube hand tight. Then turn it 2 complete turns with a wrench. Install the K&N intake tube into the hump coupler and then into the step coupler at the throttle body. Adjust the tube for best fit. Then secure it with the provided hose clamps. Install the hose mender into the provided crankcase vent hose. Connect the crankcase vent hose into the fitting installed into the K&N intake tube and then connect the hose mender into the fitting on the valve cover. Reconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection. Install the K&N air filter and secure it with the provided hose clamp. Lastly, reconnect the vehicle's negative battery cable. Double-check to make sure everything is tight and properly positioned before starting the vehicle and check periodically for realignment, clearance, and tightening of all connections. Failure to follow the installation instructions or proper maintenance may void your warranty. Visit KNfilters.com to search for products by vehicle, dimension, cross-reference, or even vehicle identification number. You can also quickly look up the other products available for your car, truck, or motorcycle, including high-flow air filters designed to increase horsepower, wrench-off oil filters that are easy to remove, and our new washable cabin air filters that will help keep the inside of your car fresh and clean. Make your move to K&N. Superior airflow, superior performance.